This is Ready to Be Dead video game reviews in 2 minutes or less with Alan Wake 2. I played the game in its entirety and there will be no spoilers. To start with some general info, type of game. This is a horror thriller style game and is obviously a sequel to the original Alan Wake, which came out roughly 10 years ago. I do recommend at least watching a YouTube video on what happened during the original so you can see how everything came to be. Standard price range, $50 to $60 depending on the system you're playing. I think I actually got mine on sale for $35 on Steam during a seasonal sale. First up, graphics. This game has very high graphic requirements and looks great when running. Definitely look up the best graphics settings online as there was a bug with native quality that slowed down my game until I changed it. I could have given this a 9, but because of the bug I knocked it down to an 8.5. Next, gameplay controls. Gameplay controls were very basic and simple to use. A little slow, but for this style of game it fits very well. I gave it an 8.5 for controls. Next, game and music. The sound and music fit the game very well. Nothing crazy to write home about, but they fit the game well, which is why I gave it a score out of 8. Plus, of course, the music video sequences you will see in here. Next, of course, is the story. I gave this a solid 9. I would have gone higher, but the storyline can be a little confusing at times given the nature of the game. It's a game where you're as confused as the character that you're playing, making it difficult to follow at times, but still an incredible story. Fun factor, I gave it an 8. I can see people getting frustrated at times with the game because it's so complicated sometimes you're a little confused what to do. I actually had to look up what to do next occasionally as there was not enough description of where to go next. Originality, a perfect 10. I've never played a game like this that was so creative and different. I also love the use of real actors in videos which really allowed you to see the emotion of the characters' faces. Learning curve, an 8. Like I said, this game is very different and has storyboards that take some learning to really get used to and understand what you're actually doing. You are reinventing the game as you go, and it can get a little crazy at times, which is why I went with an 8. Finally, the overall score. The score is not an average of the scores, and is a score of what I think someone who would play this style game would like. If 5 is considered average, I'd give this game an overall 8.5, and could have been a 9. Again, some parts of the game were a little too confusing. Again, the story is what really keeps this game alive.